Elimination Chamber is going to be coming to us from Toronto in March. We got a brand new docu-series about good old Ted Turner coming to Max next week. All that and more as we gear up for War Games. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Another week. Just got back from the Cleveland Comedy Festival.
There you go. How was it?
Man, it was a great time.
Good. Make some connects. Do the networking shtick.
Made some connects. Oh, I want to show the shirt to everybody.
Okay.
Show here that
that's awesome.
Spandex Standups, but this was the logo.
That's cool.
For the Cleveland Comedy Festival.
I take it you might have talked to some wrestling fans there.
Dude, definitely talked to some wrestling fans. And we're gonna hang this up. Thank you all,
Cleveland. Cleveland's such an
amazing time.
So many ties to the wrestling world too. A lot of cool stuff has happened in Cleveland. A lot of great wrestlers from Cleveland.
Yeah, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
How was that?
So cool.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching my rewatch. So I'm at 97 now.
Nice.
And the Patriot. You remember the Patriot? Very short run with WWE. He tagged with Vader against the Hart Foundation.
Maybe I do remember Patriot.
He basically was brought in to kickstart Bret Hart's heel turn. He was an American patriot. But the funny thing that happened to me today is I was doing some stuff around the studio watching, having it on in the background, and a familiar tune came on, and I look up, and it's the Patriots theme song. They rebranded it a couple years later to good old Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Dude, that Kurt Angle's theme song.
I went naturally, the WWE sleeper fan that I am, I heard the music. I naturally responded to, you suck. And I was like, wait a minute. This is before Kurt Angle was anywhere to do with WWE. So it was just tripping me out. I thought that was funny that the Patriot and Kurt Angle shared theme music.
Yeah, and funny thing about that song, that's the song that I entered my bar mitzvah party to.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's theme song?
Yeah.
They didn't, hopefully the kids didn't chant, you suck.
No, they did. All the kids
but out of respect.
Because out of respect. Because we were all into wrestling and they knew, they knew what to do. My family was a bit, they were angry. They didn't know.
They weren't a big fan of it?
No.
Well, that's funny though, because it was so funny when it changed to the fans still chanting "You suck" at Kurt Angle, but lovingly,
right?
And he was even doing the "You suck" with him, like when John Cena sucks.
Yep,
that was so easy to jump on board with.
Yeah, I heard John Cena say in regards to that. He goes, "I feel bad when people say." Let's go Cena sucks. Yeah. He goes, I just feel bad for the guy I'm in the ring with.
They don't even say anything. He doesn't even register.
They're not even saying his name.
Good old John Cena.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, we got a lot to talk about. Our main topic this week, we're going to go over the very first War Games that ever happened. It was called War Games, The Match Beyond.
I love that.
So we got that as our main topic, and me and Evan are going to unveil our dream team, our dream War Games team. If we were to put together 5 guys throughout history who our War Games team would be. So I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and get into some news up top. Reports are Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes taking time away from WWE. Bruce Pritchard's is family related, and I haven't read up on it, but I know his wife has battled cancer for a very long time, so I'm hoping that it's not related to that.
Yeah.
But Michael Hayes is away for some personal medical reasons. So
right.
Those guys are away. The rumors were swirling that they were, of course, the internet community, they were they were saying that, them and Triple H weren't getting along, but that's not the case. They're very much happily employed with WWE, just taking time away.
Yeah, I mean, business is in good shape. I'm sure they're phoning in, but yeah, I mean, it's a grind.
Oh God,
every week.
It's not nearly the grind it used to be, but it's
been doing
still
it for a long time. So yeah, I mean, at some point you got to really focus on what's important. So.
Indeed, your health and your family. Elimination Chamber set to come to us live Saturday, March 1st from Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada.
Dude, another international PLE, and again, I'm not mad, even though I'm a US based fan. It's like at the end of the day, we're just watching these on television. We want the best product delivered through our television screens.
Indeed.
And really, right now, the international audience is kind of reteaching the U.S. domestic audience how to be a live crowd. And I think Triple H is almost doing this on purpose. I think, if you go back and you watch really the lead up to COVID, and then even a few months into us being back from COVID, it's like the crowds were just not into it.
Yeah.
And part of that was the product that was being put out. So
a lot of it was the product that was put out.
But again, the international flavor and attitude is definitely making its way to the domestic crowds for sure, that enthusiasm. And again, with the Netflix thing coming up, WWE is really about to be international. It's going to be, so international that we need to get used to not having some of these bigger events here.
I'm a sit on the couch and watch it on TV guy myself, so I'm okay with them all being international. Yeah, because the crowds are spectacular. Like you said, the crowds, if a crowd is dead, that time after we came out of the no crowds time frame, when the crowds were allowed to go back, they were dead. And it hurt the product almost more than the crappy product they were putting out. Mm-hmm. So it makes a big difference.
And I've been watching it. We've had the opportunity to go to live shows for years. Mm-hmm. And so watching these international crowds get to experience these matches that are consequential, really the meat of the storyline. It's not just, we're going to go to Europe and do a bunch of dark matches and do a bunch of dancing. And it's like, no, we're doing the biggest matches of the year over in Germany, over in, Saudi Arabia.
Where these fans are showing
over in the UK. So it's like, I'm super excited about it. Would love for them to continue going like down to Latin America.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see, more of that, but very exciting.
Yeah, man. I was just watching where they went on a tour to Germany, and if a match was good, they'd televise it on Raw. Mm-hmm. That's the extent of there. No pay-per-views came from it. There was just all house shows, and if one match was like a banger, they showed it on Monday night.
Yeah.
Since we've come a long way, man. Finally confirmed that Lance Anoa'i has signed with WWE. He is dealing with a long-term injury, so we don't know. The only way we've got confirmed is some pictures surfaced of him wearing the NXT, property NXT shirt that everyone's got to wear.
Okay, yeah.
He was down there, so he's coming back from injury, reporting to NXT. So I don't think he's going to factor into Bloodline anytime soon. Okay. But another member of the fam is in the fold.
There it is.
Rumor is Zilla Fatu's not too far behind him.
Right.
He's the next great prospect. They said he was a little too young. He does have the right people in his ear, but the initial response from WWE is he needs to grow up just a smidge. So
yeah, I was at WrestleMania, and I think it might have been Wale Mania.
Okay.
And he was on stage being interviewed by somebody, and everybody was talking about how this guy's like the future, and I forget who came out and said it, but somebody told a story about how the first time they met him, someone told a story about how he just went up into this black person's face and yelled the N-word in their face.
Okay.
And they told this story at Wale Mania, while they're all on stage, and it was awkward. It got very awkward.
I can imagine.
So yeah,
just grow up a little bit.
Maybe just let's
let's vet him out. And Triple H he's not gonna have a cancer in the locker room.
I was shocked by that moment. Again, they're in the locker room. They're like, he was probably young and stupid when he did it. He probably got corrected real quick, but
excuse.
Stories like that, even if everyone who was immediately impacted in the moment might be over it. Sometimes when those things make it out to the public,
Yeah.
isn't so forgiving.
No, not at all. What was it, Lars Sullivan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Docu-series on Ted Turner coming to Max next week. I'm excited about that, man.
Dude, love Ted Turner, man. What a legend Ted Turner
dude,
is.
I'm so excited to see how this is. It going to be a fluff piece like McMahon?
Yeah, a fluff piece.
I still can't get over that. What was McMahon mad about? They did say.
Yeah, I mean, I get what McMahon was mad about. I mean, they tried to make certain things look weird that weren't.
Well, can you imagine?
Even still, we're like, I don't know that any wrestling fan now, even with all the McMahon scandal, looks at the McMahon storylines, even with Stephanie, even with Shane. I don't think anyone looks at that as it being weird. It was a different time. The family was heavily involved.
They were trying to shock us.
They turned themselves into the story. They blurred the lines, and at the time we all were loving it. So even me trying to look back on it now, I'm like, I do find some of the things they did to be not age well. And
I'm very glad Vince wasn't the father of Stephanie's child.
Yes.
That would have been too far. But I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely did a few things that were too far. But, I mean, at the same time, that's also like why we were loving it.
Yeah.
Because it was also...
Where are they going to go this week?
It was all so silly.
What are they going to do now?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, they had us on the... You can say what you want to say. I did not agree with... You watched.
Yeah.
So, whatever, yeah. TKO executive Mark Shapiro says it is not happening on legalized betting on WWE. He said it is already difficult enough keeping scripts and surprises under wraps. He can't imagine Triple H's job if money was on the line on who was going to win the Royal Rumble, trying to keep that script under wraps.
Oh, man. I like that, though. What a great job to decide who wins the Royal Rumble.
Oh, right. Right. Man, I would have my office set up to where I would have like rankings of like every title and like who should be in line next. I would go down. I would be so excited. I'd have, and it seems like what they're doing, the next months planned out in advance. Mm-hmm. I know you got to adjust with injuries and all that, but
they're doing a good job, like with folks like staying relatively healthy. I mean, not AJ Styles and
they're not running anybody into the ground anymore.
Yeah,
no one's wrestling 7 nights a week anymore.
Right.
Which is funny, they always said that AEW, when those WWE stars would go to AEW and not wrestle as much at AEW, they actually got hurt more.
Well, right, yeah, because if you're not wrestling, you might not be training. I mean, you got to be doing ring stuff pretty regularly.
Because your body lets up. It's like the slaps to the chest. If you don't take them for so long, you got to redo that all over again. Yeah. No, thank you.
That Sheamus wakes up and takes 10 to the chest every morning before he brushes his teeth. Just has a machine that gives him 10 to the chest. Yeah.
Kevin Nash, we talked about Kevin Nash has an NXT appearance coming up. That's actually put on hold. He needs shoulder surgery, and he's also dealing with some back stuff.
Dang, I love Kevin Nash, but he's always bringing drama.
Yeah, he is, but I love it.
I love it too.
Tell me all the drama, Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
I love his Click This podcast. Like, that's where I get all my old school dirt from.
Yeah.
Checking in with NXT. Did you watch the EC Dub show where they were at 2,300?
I didn't. How was it?
It was good, man. Had a nice tribute. Had Dudley Boys, Rhino, RVD, Dawn Marie, Francine, Nunzio.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I don't get CW anymore, so.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Great match between Nunzio and Tony D'Angelo.
Love
the
Nunzio.
Family showed up.
Nunzio, baby.
They are bringing back Iron Survivor. So this week, we got Sol Ruka versus Cora Jade on the women's side, and then Wesley versus Cedric Alexander on the men's side.
Boom. I like that matchup. That's a good one.
Also this week, Ava meeting with tag teams. I'm wondering if Dusty Classic coming up soon. Got a little Dusty Classic around this time. I feel like that's around this time.
Yeah, it's coming around.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the NXT check-in.
Boom.
So it's going well, man. I enjoyed the EC Dub tributes. Felt it didn't feel, how a lot of those tributes can feel forced.
Yeah,
didn't feel forced. Like it was not like Kalani Jordan was. They caught her with her leg, like the split like RVD used to do. And
nice.
RVD walked up and started talking to her, so it fit. It felt nice. It what no storyline was forced. Bubba Ray is heavy in these storylines, which is the last news. The Bubba Ray just signed a new Legends deal.
Dude, so, good, man. We love Bubba Ray.
Might see him in NXT for a little bit. He's intertwined with the main event guys with Trick and Ethan, so he might stick around for a little bit.
Let's see some 3Ds, baby.
Get the tables. On the SmackDown, how are we feeling about the OG Bloodline reunion? Oh, Sammy Uso back in the fold. Roman wasn't having it. He wasn't having it at first. But they all threw up the ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into it. It's very cool because of, they're not overlooking things, in the sense of, they're now taking into account, okay, who's going to be mad about this?
Yes.
Who's going to be mad?
They do a good job.
Sammy, I thought Seth Rollins is...
So that's the new layer to it. I love when they fix a problem. So now we got the OG Bloodline together. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got a new problem. Who's the fifth member? Because I was wondering when they were putting it together, I was like, oh, they're just going to do 4-on-4, which they have done before. But then you fast forward to Raw, and you notice that they were on the hunt for a fifth member. The Bloodline, the OG Bloodline was searching for a fifth member, but that in turn also meant the new Bloodline was out scouting around. So, Seth
So they
Rollins,
both need a fifth member.
They both need a fifth member.
Interesting. I mean, do we think The Rock is on either?
There's some spoilers out there that it's already kind of a done deal.
That it's The Rock?
It's not The Rock.
Okay.
Big Bronson Reed and Seth are going to join the fold. So then you got the intertwinings of now Seth beat himself up last year to defeat Roman Reigns. Now he's got a partner with him. So that's going to be very interesting as to how and if, because nothing's confirmed right now. And if they can somehow, because they talked, it was an interesting point. Jimmy, while Sammy and Jay were talking to Seth, Jimmy was recruiting Braun Breaker. So, they're not saying this is 100% what's going to happen. They did film 2 Raws last night, so we do have a lot of information out there floating around about what we get next week on Raw. I don't know how they're going to package that exactly, but out scouting around. So, can they convince a battered and bruised Seth Rollins that teaming with Roman is the play here?
Yeah, I think they can, but his promo on Sami Zayn this past week was one of the best. I mean, he sold it. He sold it so good. I was like, oh man, I'm into this now. Like Seth Rollins hit another layer of authenticity with kind of his promo on Sami Zayn last night.
He keeps getting better with his character work.
Yeah.
You don't think he is, but he does.
Yeah. Well, he knows he's like kind of like, he's the first world heavyweight champion. He knows that he earned that for a reason because he is like a made man. Yeah. And he's walking around like a made man.
Rightfully so. He earned it. Now he can enjoy this second part. He gets to walk around like Hogan did when he knew he was made. He gets to walk around like Randy did when he knew he was made.
It would be cool if Roman and Seth end up kind of hashing it out, kind of reuniting a little bit, and then
I want to see him
and then Mox comes back.
Oh yeah, I would love that. And he's doing good work in AEW.
And then it gets decided, hey, it's Mox's turn because he didn't get it while he was here.
He didn't get it while he was there.
Now he's going to come back. We're going to run the Shield back again with Mox as like, I don't know, that'd be cool.
Yeah. KO, brutal attack on Randy Orton, gets him stretchered out. Really playing this up. Said that rumor is might not see Randy Orton on TV for a little while. Really played up
he's been
KO hurt his back, and Triple H told him, don't get involved, you're gonna get hurt.
Well, Randy Orton, since Randy Orton's been back, Survivor Series last year, full year.
Oh yeah,
he's been go. So give that man a break. Where do we see that story going though? Kevin versus Cody again?
Well, then they shouldn't have pulled that trigger. You know, I get it that Cody gave KO the shot when KO didn't think he deserved it. But did that really play into the storyline that we're getting now? Like, was that necessary?
Because it played in because KO held
the
back.
friendship.
He held back in the match.
Okay. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, he held back in the match.
But it's got to be gearing toward. I like the idea of a triple threat at WrestleMania. The KO, Randy, Cody.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only way that you give us
KO walks out.
Yeah, the only way you give us KO battling for the belt again is if he takes it. We can't AJ Styles this again, where you just let him get beat by Cody.
Yeah, no, I mean, KO would have to walk out, and it'd be KO Mania.
I would love that
because Cody's had his moment, Randy's had his moment,
Randy's had many moments,
and you know, KO had a few moments. I mean, going against Stone Cold, but losing.
Awesome.
Still a massive moment.
But he always
winning
loses
the tag
in his
titles.
moments.
No, winning the tag titles with Sami Zayn in Hollywood.
Cool.
You know, massive moment for him.
But then he won the tag titles on the night we wanted Sami to have more, though.
You mean at 40?
The Sami and KO tag run was a consolation prize of them not pulling the trigger on either one of them world title runs.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was a small victory, but not the victory any fans wanted.
Yeah, no, but it was cool because it was a part of the bloodline coming down. It was cool. Yeah. It was this cool side.
Was ceremonious.
I mean, gosh, WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40 are so good.
Yeah. And 41 is gonna be amazing.
So those two are so good. Yeah, they can deliver 3 back-to-back amazing WrestleManias. I mean, even 38 was pretty good.
We're trending that way.
38 was decent.
Yeah.
Even though they did the biggest WrestleMania match of all time.
WrestleMania of all time. We're seeing Ciampa lose it. Ciampa and Gargano starting to crack. Finally.
I saw that.
Give me Blackheart.
Yeah, I saw that. So we're excited for that, and I think that would elevate both of them. Again, give them their opportunity to give us, you know, their version of Carmelo Andrade. And I think that that's money. I think that's money.
I do like that the Street Profits get to cut in line, which is funny you say cut in line, but Street Profits have earned it time and time again.
We love the Street Profits on the Spandex stand-ups.
So intriguing to see how they handle another Street Profits title match against... I mean, you don't pull
against the new folks.
You don't pull the title off Motor City Machine Guns right now, do you? Unless you cause chaos in the tag.
No, I don't think you do. I don't think. I mean,
so again, we got to look at another loss for the Street Profits.
But maybe you do because again, you know, WWE's Triple H is doing. You know, Jey Uso. You put the Intercontinental title on him for what, a month, and then again, it's like a quick
made him legit.
Make someone legit. Gives him the run. Gives him the rub.
I like it. And we could be headed towards like
puts them in the conversation as like a, you know.
Survivor Series is one of the big 4. You know they love doing multiple team matches, so Street Profits could go into that match, Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, then they
Ciampa loses his mind. We get a little DQ finish. Now we got multiple teams going at it on SmackDown. Let's do a tag team ladder match at Survivor Series.
I like that.
Yeah. Nick Aldis announces we getting a women's U.S. title.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Like that.
A lot of people were wondering if Raw was going to match it and do an Intercontinental announcement, but they did not. So.
No, but I think they will.
Yeah. Big push online for Michin to be the first winner.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but...
Who are you booking as the first women's U.S. champ?
I mean, I'm thinking Naomi.
Okay. Give a little give her some legitimacy.
I think Naomi, dude.
Okay.
We love Naomi.
Yeah, I still am hoping for a title run for her.
Yeah, maybe this is a step, you know?
Yeah.
Because it can be in the first, I mean, you know.
Going down in history.
Going down in history is the first. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Candice LeRae and Tiffy fighting for Nia's love. That went more chaotic on Raw, and rumblings on the internet is we got a rumor from the tapings last night is Mommy came back with a protective thing on her mask on her face.
We got to protect the
moneymaker. And we might get a very weird women's war games matchup here with like Damage Control,
just a mishmash,
and Rhea.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Naomi and Bailey.
Yeah, there's no clear
group. Like all the groups are 2 or 3.
Right. That'll be interesting.
So yeah, that would be Damage Control, Naomi, Bailey, Rhea against Nia, Tiffy, Pure Fusion? No, but then you got to have... No. Pure Fusion's not in that, because then it's Raquel and Liv. And then who would be the 5th? Candace, Tiffy, Nia. They got a lot in there because you got somehow have Jade and Bianca in there too, because they've been intertwined in all this.
They have them all like just going at it with each other right now. So
yeah, I'm in. Dakota Kai came back. Is it going to be 6-on-6? You know, so
right.
It seems like they got a lot more faces than they got heels at this moment.
Right.
My favorite segment of the week. A scared Miz returns to Raw, says he's out of here.
Yep.
Final Testament says, no, you're going to the ring. They throw Miz, what we thought, against his will, into the ring. Boom. Wyatt 6 show up. But the Miz isn't the cowering blunder that we thought he was. No, he's got a steel chair in his hand, and he takes out that steel chair on said Uncle Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little twist to that.
I like that.
First time we see a group get the upper hand on the Wyatt 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like seeing the Miz like this.
Yeah. He's played the sniveling heel too much. Play the badass heel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Final Testament, Karrion Kross can pull that out in him.
Yeah.
I want Wyatt 6 and Final Testament to be equals on this.
Yeah.
The Wyatt 6 destroyed American Made.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need that. No one wins from that.
Right.
Now I'm supposed to believe they're credible against the LWO.
It's like, where do you take the Wyatt 6 now?
In a great feud with the Final Testament.
Yeah.
Yeah. We put out a video on our Instagram about, we called this in September, about this is the Final Testament we finally wanted.
Mm-hmm.
No more Paul Ellering being a weird, creepy old guy. Just big dudes beating up other big dudes. Mm-hmm. And now Scarlett gets in the mix with Nikki and her going at it. That's great.
Yeah. That's who they need. I mean, I'm glad they found each other.
Yeah. Fun little segment where Kofi apologized to R-Truth and Woods overheard it. So further pushing their split.
Bringing the divide, the great divide.
Yeah, that led to Kofi getting in a match with Pete Dunne. Xavier tried to interfere. Kofi wasn't having it. Cost him the match. They're doing a good job of playing up the breakup here.
Yeah, they're breaking up big time. Big time breakup.
Yeah. You think the Judgment Day is headed for a breakup? We're starting to see Dom and Finn split it, get a little angry right now.
Definitely headed for a breakup.
Yeah. I hope this just elevates Finn.
Yeah.
I hope Finn is we saw what it did with Damien. Damien's battling for the world title.
And we've seen what it's done to Dom.
Yeah. Dom's the main eventer now.
Dom's the hottest thing.
Dom's in the main event. Dom's in the main event scene. Yeah. He's in the world title picture right now.
Yeah, he is.
And he's putting on matches. I'm not mad at it.
Right.
I'm not mad at it. We get Priest has Gunter shook a little bit. This is the most vulnerable we've seen Gunter.
Dude, Priest is on fire right now. Priest has got a whole nother level of confidence. You can hear the crowd chant for him.
How much better have those promos gotten?
He looks better. He's just got a whole he's just carrying himself different. I'm into it too.
Whoever got a hold of him and told him to just relax the shoulders and let it come out. I think it helps that he's more natural, which is so funny because I've only seen him as a heel, especially in his Ring of Honor days when he was Punishment Martinez.
Right.
He just seems more genuine as a face.
Yeah.
You know how some guys are just meant to be heels?
Yeah.
Priest kind of seems like he's doing well as a face.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's unlocked a lot of his promo work, is being able to be like, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm just a bad Puerto Rican dude.
Just a bad dude. Mess you up.
Yeah.
Mess you up.
Next week, we get Seth versus Bronson Reed. And the IC title, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Nice little opponent for him.
Yeah, Seth versus Bronson Reed again. I'm like, all right, well, that's a PLE match. But again, they're setting it up for a Survivor Series.
That's what, look, I think they're going to use that the rumblings I've seen, I didn't want to spoil it for myself. I hate reading spoilers and then still trying to get excited for the show. So I tried to read as little spoilers as I could. And I especially didn't want to bring it to the show and just give y'all spoilers if you liked listening to us and didn't want spoilers. But I do believe they're going to use that match to set up War Games.
Yeah.
But it's not a done deal. I'd never read anything to where Seth agreed to do it. So this is going to be a fun next couple of weeks seeing them try to woo Seth Rollins to be Team Roman again. Because he swore, he's like, I will never team with Roman Reigns ever again.
But he about to have to. He don't have a choice.
That's it for our weekly roundup brought to you by the good people at Project Nerd. Make sure you go subscribe with Project Nerd for the weekly roundup. Check out Evan Burke Comedy, Drew Harrison Comedy, all our great clips we put out there. Go check out our Instagram page at Spandex_standups, all the good stuff.